Welcome. Today's episode is all about my MK23 and the other pistols that I've recently acquired.
What were they? Shooting and tooting? Did you hold it for me?
So in this week's episode, I thought I would show you my pistol. Here it is. This is the gun that I've had the longest. It's probably the gun that has the most kills, and I know what you're thinking. It doesn't look like a pistol. That's because it's the MK23 in the silo carbine kit. I got the version with the retractable stock. You need to purchase the actual stock separately, but this is how it looks at the back as opposed to solid. And I didn't go for that one because I already have an SRS and I didn't want something that looks like an SRS. It is a pretty solid platform. It locks in nice and tight. The only thing is this stock is a wee bit loose, but I know a lot of M4 stocks are quite shaky. As you can see, I've ghillied it up quite a bit. It's got the KMCS leaves, jack pipe tape, it's got some of my crafting ribbon, it's got some fake leaves, and that's pretty much it. I've added a very small scope on top. I think it's a ×3, so it's good enough for airsoft. The carbine kit itself is pretty solid. It has lots of rails to add cameras and scopes, etc, etc. It also has a couple of mounting points for your slings. It has a hole in the top of the rail just about here to be able to fit the Allen key down in to adjust your hop up. However, I have the Hadron dual screw, so I don't think it quite fits, plus my scope blocks it, so I haven't been able to test that feature of it. But I assume that it works really well with an SSX23. On that, it's designed mainly for the SSX23 because the silencer for the Tokyo Marie sits way inside the gun, maybe by about an inch. It does have holes just about here to be able to tighten the silencer. even if it doesn't protrude. However, I use the N.Irish silencer just because it does run the full length of the gun and it protrudes a wee bit, just giving it a wee bit of a look. Other than that, it's just a solid base just to allow me to use the scope with the MK23, which is a biggie for me. So this is my exact MK23 here. It's got all the typical upgrades that you see in all the forums and all the websites and all the videos. But just in case you haven't seen any of them, it has a Maple Leaf Crazy Jet barrel, which is 150 millimeters. I did have to drill slightly here just to be able to fit the barrel out, but that's no biggie. It has the Hadron dual screw, top-down center mod. It has the Hadron blue arm, and it has a Maple Leaf Autobot 50-degree bucking. The other thing that I've done is just put a bit of elastic around the bottom and taped it on. The reason for that is because I'm constantly losing mags. The DTD holster that I have locks into place. You just push it, it clicks in, it can fit with the silencer or with the torch on underneath, but it also stops the mag release button being pressed whenever it's locked in. I listed all the upgrades there that I've done already, and I'm just going to show you one more that I think that I need to do. It is the return spring for the nozzle. So this normally springs forward and gets pushed back with the spring. However, mine has taken a bit of a bump and a bang and is totally distorted. So basically the spring normally sits in here, and each time that gets pushed forward, it also then releases and gets sprung back. With the 180% spring, I'm hoping that gives it the power to reset back into its home position. This is the product here. It's available now from Skirmshop. Like I say, it's a 180% spring, so it is a stronger spring, so it should perform better. Let's give it a go. So this is the rod here that needs to come out. We'll just tap that out like so. Push this spring down and push it in, and there we go. So as this nozzle slides up, you can feel it wanting to return back into place, and that's because the spring is way stronger. So hopefully this will fix a few of the issues that I'm having with the gun. I've had this gun for about 8 years now and I've never had an issue. The only other problems that I've had are with the mags, which tend to get very leaky after a while. However, if you go on Gunsmithy's channel, he has a great tutorial showing you how to fix them. I've done the mod and I haven't had a problem with them since. So that's the old pistol. It is an absolute workhorse of a pistol. I use it every single gameplay, and like I say, I get the majority of my kills from it. The only other pistol that I've ever looked at and enjoyed using is this little boy here. It's kind of like the Underdog. It's only 80 pounds, but it is incredibly good. I think I was hitting around 60 meters using 0.4 gram BBs. The only issue that I've had so far with it is the hop unit. It's really difficult to adjust, but I'm hoping that's a good thing. I hope it holds into place. And the only other issue I've had is the mag release button. It is very sensitive. So even whenever I was drawing the pistol, sometimes the mag even fell out. So I'm probably going to do what I did with this and just put a bit of tape and a bit of ribbon around just to hold that mag nicely in place. The other good thing about this pistol is the 50 round mags, which work flawlessly. They do protrude quite a bit, as you can see, but hey, who cares whenever you can do this. The pistol at the minute is totally standard, and it lifts 0.4 gram BBs really well, and it's nice and accurate. However, I just want to try the Flamingo bucking in it and the Maple Leaf eye key or the Hadron eye key, just to see what it's like, because it did wonders for the MK23. If you can get your hands on this pistol, I highly recommend it. It's only 80 pounds or about $90. It seems to be holding up well. It's got lovely little optics. It's got a built-in silencer thread mount, and the amount of accessories that you can get for this gun is unreal. You can get mag wells, you can get thumb rests, you can get rails top, bottom, rear, and hopefully there's a carbine kit coming soon. Anyway, that's the two pistols. I've just added the Maple Leaf silencer just to see what it's like, and it's pretty cool. It's blowback, so it's still pretty loud, but it definitely muffles the muzzle volume slightly. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions about either of the pistols, don't forget to leave a wee comment. subscribe, like, and do all that type of thing. Also check me out on Instagram where I'm putting up daily content. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to do the upgrades for this gun soon and show you the performance of it. Peace.